some subtle elements of the three that you want people to appreciate, and what was Nike's original reaction to it?
Well, so the three, you're talking about their Air Jordan 3. So the what was different about this shoe, there are actually a number of things that were never done in basketball shoes before. One was that it was really, it had no cup sole. It was a lighter weight, construction without so much heavy rubber and stuff all around it. And that was really different. Michael Jordan specifically asked for a mid-cut basketball shoe. They didn't really exist at the time. They were either low tops or high tops. And he wanted something in between. So that Jordan 3 is really the very first sort of mass-produced, big-time basketball shoe that actually was designed as a mid-cut to begin with. So that's unique. And then the last thing that makes sense to me was that when I first met with Michael, I found out he was very, very stylish and very into designing suits and buying beautiful shoes, like Italian leather shoes. And I wanted to actually bring some of that beautiful sort of design language and the materials right into a basketball shoe. Again, new for basketball. So we're talking about the faux elephant print and the tumbled leathers and much softer. And he wanted to wear a brand new pair of shoes for every game. So the shoes had to be soft and comfortable without needing to be broken in. So those are all firsts for the Jordan 3. Yeah.
If you could change anything about it, what would you?
Change anything?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't even think like that. Because that's done, and the way I would think about changing is just next project, next sort of athlete, or the next set of problems to solve, help drive a new design. So I felt like that one was successful, and I wouldn't change it.
What are some changes you'd like to see, or challenges in the design field, sneaker design field, and what advice would you give someone who wants to enter that career?
Oh yeah, well, I get a lot of young people really are interested in shoe design, as you're, I'm sure, well aware. And I receive just sketches like in the mail every day, and I'm not even really supposed to look at them. But what I think is important for people to understand if they want to get into this business is if you want to be a good shoe designer, you got to be able to design a car or a building or some beautiful furniture and actually expand your mind beyond shoes. And then when you get back around to doing a properly, really good shoe that performs well for an athlete, but also is beautiful or interesting, you have much more richness and depth to work from because you've learned some other things. So that's kind of I think there are more schools now that are thinking along the lines of including shoe design into their industrial design programs. And if I was teaching right now, that would be one of the biggest subjects would be, you're in a shoe design class, but the first thing we're going to design is a chair.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Sure. And they're going to go, what? And I'm going like, well, let's learn about solving problems in a wider spectrum.
What is it like designing with Russell Westbrook, or how is he involved in the design process?
Well, I don't really work with him too much, but I have met with him, and my sense of Russell is that he is he's like the closest to Michael Jordan I could think of because he's really stylish and he's very open-minded, and I think he cares about how he presents himself. Certainly, he's a wonderful player, a multifaceted player like MJ. That's why he fits so well in the Jordan brand. And so to sit down with him and talk about shoe design, it kind of reminds me a lot of talking to Michael, really, because he's thoughtful. And there are a lot of athletes who want to do signature shoes. They don't still want to give you very much time. Mm-hmm. Russell does.
He does.
Yeah, which is really great.
What is it like working with Kobe Bryant on his retros after retirement?
Oh, yeah. Kobe's another guy. I have nothing but great thoughts and great experiences with Kobe, because I do believe that if you were to pick three guys that were sort of close to each other in style and style of play maybe similar in size would be Russell Westbrook, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. And they're all different eras, right? So and which is Russell Westbrook being the youngest and the newest of the three. He's like has those two guys to build off of, and Kobe's in his own right was wonderful to work with as well, because I always felt like he was super smart, very strategic, and he really always knew what he needed as an athlete, which was like really great, because he obviously spent a lot of time thinking about it, even before he met with us.
And last question, what Jordan or Nike sneaker are you excited about to work on next?
Well, that's a great question, but I can't tell you about the future. You want all of our competitors to know what I'm up to. The reality is, though, I'm not finished by a long shot with Jordan products. I am personally not working on the next Air Jordan 33 or 34 or 35. Okay. I am choosing now to find a new way to sort of think about the future, not so connected to that old process which I started, but now I'm more interested in finding another starting. You want to design new products that work better, look great, fit the culture of the day, and all of that. And sometimes that means you need to start from a different place. So I'm trying to figure that out right now, and having a lot of fun. I think I have 10 Jordan products in development right now. So I can't tell you a thing more.
We've got another Jordan 3 question. How does it feel to have it appreciated so many years later, and why do you think it resonates with a lot of fans?
Well, I think with Michael Jordan, it's like an alignment of planets of sort. Where you have this marvelous young athlete that came up with not only great skills, but like a work ethic and a desire to win, and also a unique, classy personality. And that all kind of that really was the genesis for how I thought about designing the shoes. So that worked really well together. And then at the same time, we got more sophisticated about how we were telling the story about Michael Jordan. Spike Lee was like brilliant because he became this mouthpiece for Michael in a very funny but culturally relevant way. And I really loved that period of time, because people were kind of blown away by the irreverence of how we put that all together. Yeah. And I think what we need to do, like going into the future, is continue to find new, disruptive and irreverent ways to tell the story of the athlete, of the design process, and maybe some other story which might be inspiration. The inspiration could come from a building in Paris, or a car in Italy, or something, or a great performance by a rapper in a street setting. I mean, all of those things can be really inspirational, and we want to tell those stories too, and kind of weave that into the design process. So that, to me, I think I just told you all my secrets. So I might as well just now quit.
I would say with the Taker 3 drop, what made you take the Nike swoosh out?
Oh, well, I originally had the swoosh in there because I didn't know any better. I'm like, well, I'm designing the shoe. I put the swoosh on there. And as I got to know Michael, I had a couple of meetings with him, I realized very early on that what would really piss off all the people at Nike, which I love doing that, to be honest, because that usually means they're like, you're doing something different. So I really wanted to sort of shake people up, but I also felt like Michael himself, there was a chance here to prove that he was so important and so powerful as a cultural icon, as a personality and a player, that he didn't need this swoosh. That was really hard to get people to sort of like swallow that one, but I'm so glad that we did it.